welcome back to the channel. Today we're here at Oxford Gallery Bouldering, and today we're testing, does your intelligence correlate with your climbing ability? Keep watching to find out. So for our first interview we have
Conrad.
Yes sir. And what subject do you study, Conrad?
I study French here at Oxford.
Lovely, lovely. And what grade do you climb?
So I project around V12, V13.
Lovely, lovely. And I guess for the big question, do you think your subject, or I suppose your intelligence, contributes to your climbing ability?
I would say there's lots of things that I sort of use in my degree. So lots of skills I have got from language learning that I think both my climbing and being climbing for a long time has helped my degree, and both my learning my degree has helped my climbing. I would think a lot of what I see top athletes doing in sport is repetition, learning movement, something for climbing, especially indoor climbing competitions where what you're given is a high pressure situation. You have to know the movement already, you have to be able to execute. I think, not only is it sort of you have to have a lot of mental skill that some people might call intelligence, but also I think my ability to remember things that's really helpful for my language learning. So even just vocab learning, things like that. My ability to kind of read patterns, I think, is really important. But most importantly, I think just part of doing a degree generally is being able to reflect on your own performances, things like that. And I think that's really what makes a good athlete.
Yeah, well, great answer. And actually, to flip that question on its head, do you think, because you mentioned you've been climbing for how long?
I've been climbing for 13 years, so I started when I was 7.
And would you say what you've learned from climbing you've been able to apply in your degree, or just in learning in general?
I would definitely say so. I would say number one is being able to be self-aware, take a step back and have a look at what I'm doing. Time management as well, being able to fit training in with everything else. Even when you're growing up, if you're training on part of a team or taking it seriously, you have to take time off school. It's really a juggling act. So for sure, I think there's things I've learned from climbing that really helped my degree.
You were part of the GB Youth?
Yeah, so I did spend some time on GB Development Youth Squad. So when I was, I think, 15 to 18, yeah. But I was also part of Catalyst Climbing, the Creatures that's run by Louis Parkinson, from when I was 13. Yeah.
So what are your qualifications?
Qualification, bro, what? Well, I guess I did undergrad. My graduating this year, I did engineering science.
At where?
The University of Oxford.
Yeah, that's the important bit, yeah. That's the whole video.
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
And what do you think about intelligence and climbing?
Intelligence. I guess intelligence is a tricky word, but I'd say problem-solving ability definitely correlates with climbing ability. When you route read, you have to be able to find the most efficient route to get to the top. Just not all the time can you brute force it. So yeah, you do find a lot of STEM students that climb, which is really interesting. Because it makes sense though, because you do a lot of optimization, which is finding the most efficient route to complete your goal. So yeah, I think it definitely correlates. And there's a lot of factors of, I guess, engineering or physics, for example, friction when you're standing on volumes, the direction you want to place the force. It all comes down to physics. But I think knowing it and applying it is very different though. You might be able to explain certain things, but when you get in the wall, sometimes you can forget and you hear the moment. Hello, sir.
Hello,
What
sir.
is your? What are your qualifications?
So I didn't go to Oxford. I didn't even apply actually, but I went. I go to Imperial in London. So I'm a STEM student. So I have a little bit of qualification on this subject. Yeah. Well, what any questions?
So, I suppose the big question is: do you think your subject or studying your subject
Specifically
at
my
said
subject.
university contributes to your climbing ability?
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I think if you do STEM, like most climbers actually do STEM, which is quite interesting. Like even like we were talking with the Conrad, the guy in the interview. Yeah, a lot of these like top level athletes, they tend to be like pretty smart actually. You know, Aiden Roberts, he went to like UCL and stuff to do maths. You know, all of them are kind of STEM students. So I think there is definitely a big correlation. Maybe not like causation, but I think what it helps with is it's like especially on climbs, it's very much like obviously strength and your physical ability is a factor, but a big factor is like you well, it's like you basically being able to like look at a problem and solve the problem, because it is just like problem solving. And even training is very much like uh like learning in uni. It's like repetition. It's like making sure you're consistent. It's very much all in the same category. And training smart is also like very important. And that I feel like if you're more intelligent, I guess, it's better. So yeah, that's what I think about it.
Hopefully, I get revenge and I don't destroy my legs.
You're lucky. Oh, that's it.
No, that was fun. I've never done like a dynamic slab like that before.
That's really
I'm
cool.
very, very proud of myself. I couldn't do the pistol squat. I did need to work on the pistol squat. But that was really fun. I felt like that was really controlled climbing.
Yeah, good stuff.